Hey everyone, this is a video about a tub spout that I removed from my shower. It's a rear diverter tub spout as opposed to most other spouts where the diverter is up here in the front. And I cut this spout up with a Dremel. It all used to be one piece like that, and the whole thing screwed onto a stub-out pipe or a nipple, whatever you want to call it, that extends a ½ inch from the wall. And I cut it up with a Dremel because I couldn't get it off any other way. I tried a few different penetrating oils. I applied them through the back, through the hole in the wall that the stub-out pipe extends through, and I let it sit overnight, and I tried tapping it and vibrating it and heating it with a hair dryer and a blowtorch, but nothing was working. So I cut it up, and that's what's left of it, and I'll show you inside. And I'll explain how it works. I mean, it's not very complicated, but yeah. So this piece was screwed onto the stub-out pipe, and obviously I removed material there and there, and also this face used to be completely covered, except there was 2 holes here and here. And I'll show you what that looked like while it was still on the stub-out pipe. And so once the water is turned on, it shoots out of those 2 holes, and it hits this diverter plate, and the water fills up this chamber, and the water pressure pushes this diverter plate back into this like wall plate, and the friction between the 2 plates, it holds the diverter plate up and keeps it from falling. And as far as why it stopped working, well, the shower was working, but all this water was coming out of the front, and it was wasting a lot of water. And I'm not completely sure why that is, but it might have something to do with the top of this diverter plate being like rounded out, and that like causing like a downward force when the water initially hits the plate and like pushing it down a little bit. I don't know if the diverter plate was always that way, or if that's erosion from many years of use, when like the plate is down and you're just like filling up the bathtub. You know, the water's gonna hit like the top part of that plate. And so I don't know if it not working well had something to do with that angled face on the top of the plate. But there's also definitely water that escapes like along the edges of the wall plate all around, and also between the diverter plate and the wall plate. Again, in there, there's definitely there's water that gets through, but I don't know how much was getting through those places. So, I mean, if you have the same spout and you're having the same problem, you might want to check to make sure like the diverter is staying all the way up after you pull it up and you let it go. And maybe you could find a way to keep using the spout, but who knows? I'm just speculating. Yeah, as far as cutting it up, I'll show you what that looks like from behind. I just came in with the Dremel wheel from the top like that and cut a slot. And then this material way back here against the wall, I couldn't reach that with the Dremel wheel coming in like that, so I changed the orientation of the wheel like that. And I also removed as much material as I could here and on this face, and then also removed a little bit more material like there, just sawing back and forth with an X-Acto knife, because I didn't want to go too far with the Dremel wheel and I accidentally damage the stub-out pipe threads. But eventually I just stuck a screwdriver in that slot and I cranked it to the side to force the two surfaces apart, and then it popped. It cracked. You can see the crack, and it came off pretty easily after that. So that's how I cut it up and what it looks like inside. And hopefully that's helpful to someone.